Welcome to the Health AI Brief, breaking down the AI shaping our world one concept at a time. We've covered how overfitting is one of the biggest dangers when building an AI model. A model that simply memorises the training data is clinically useless and potentially dangerous. So the obvious question is, how can we actively prevent this from happening? How do we force a model to be a learner, not just a simplistic memoriser? The main tool, the weapon that we have in this fight is a family of techniques known collectively as regularisation. The concept is surprisingly simple. Regularisation is a method that penalises a model for being too complex. It's a constraint we add during the training process to discourage the model from learning the noise in the data. For an analogy, the best one is probably an exam where the rules have been slightly changed. It's no longer just about getting the right answer. Now the examiner will also deduct marks for answers that are overly long or convoluted. This change forces a student to come up with a simple, clear and elegant solution that gets straight to the core principles rather than just writing down every trivial detail that they've memorised. Regularisation does exactly this to an AI model. During training, the model is trying to minimise its loss function or error score. When we add regularisation, we add a penalty term to that score. This penalty is directly linked to the model's complexity. The more complex the model becomes, the bigger the penalty gets. Now the model has to balance two competing goals. It needs to minimise its prediction error, but it also needs to minimise its own complexity to avoid that penalty. This tension prevents it from fitting the noise in the data and forces it to learn only the most important generalisable patterns. So why does this matter for our clinical practice? Because the use of regularisation is a hallmark of high-quality, rigorous AI research, is a sign that researchers understand the dangers of overfitting and have taken deliberate steps to build a robust and reliable model. It gives a straightforward checkpoint when you're appraising any papers. Look in the methodology section. The author should explicitly state whether they used regularisation techniques. You might see names like L1 or lasso, L2 or ridge, or dropout. You don't need to know the mathematical details of each one necessarily. What matters is that they're there and used appropriately. Their presence tells you that the researchers have been thoughtful. They haven't just thrown a powerful, complex model at the data and hoped for the best. They've used standard, accepted methods to mitigate the risk of overfitting and create a model that's more likely to generalise well to new patients, like the one in front of you in clinic. Its absence, especially when a complex model is being used, should make you ask some serious questions. So that's regularisation in a nutshell. It's the technique we use to penalise complexity and force an AI model to learn general patterns, not just overfit to noise in the data.